So I got some pretty funny news to share today that actually involves you guys potentially. I'm sort of scamming my sponsor out of a product here, which is just let me break down what's going on here. So a lot of you guys might know that I'm sponsored by Starforge PC company. I got, here's another one back here. I got to get set up. There's one under the desk here, right? It's no secret. They've been sponsoring mine for a while. So what you might not know, however, is that there is a guy who I'm friends with in Starforge who sits in the chat and we just shit talk each other during the live streams constantly. So he's always throwing out these one-off lines like, hey, DM, if you can do this in the game, if the next item that you get is a quad greater affix, uber unique or something, then I'll give away a piece to the audience. But he's always throwing away these one-liners just as just to bait me, like, oh, I'll give away another PC. Oh, I've given away two already. Right. But the third one, it's been pretty soon that we did one. We did one just last month. And normally you space them out like 6 months or something. So he's always throwing these things out. But the funny part is he doesn't actually really play Diablo. So he threw out one the other day, which everyone's just jumped on, in which he said, DM, on your hardcore sorcerer, if you can beat Uber Lilith first try, no scroll of escape. And he really thought he got me with this one. No scroll of escape. When you enter, it's 2-man enter, 1-man leave. It's either you die or Lilith die, but you have to do it on your first attempt on the hardcore. Then we'll give away like a really good PC to the Twitch viewers. And this is probably where he might not realize it, but he fucked up. Because he threw out to a large group of people. There were like 1,000 people in the live stream when he said this, the opportunity for one of them to get a PC. It's not just like, oh, I'll gift 5 subs on the channel or something. It's like, I'll give one of these people a PC. And everyone's thirsty for a free PC. So the response was pretty funny. Immediately, we have people posting in the Discord links to Immortal builds. Here's Rob demonstrating one. Here's one by Roxy showing a build that a sorcerer literally takes no damage against Uber Lilith. So everyone in the chat immediately all came together and was like, we can do this, boys. And it was hilarious to watch because it was supposed to be a gamble that's like impossible. But apparently the sorcerer actually has a build in which we might have the possibility of our very first attempt against Uber Lilith on hardcore just being able to do it. I had people offering to help power level a soft core just so we can practice. This character is like 4 hours old. It's level 89. People are making a soft core, boosting its experience and all that so we can practice the build with a cloned version of the soft core before we go in the hardcore. It was hilarious. Everyone immediately pulled together to be like, we are getting this PC. And the boy said he was locked in. He's like, all right, well, if you can do it, then, fair enough. So we figured out the plan. Today on live stream, we're going to finish this softcore Sorc to 100. We're going to get the gear on the character. We're going to go practice this Immortal Flame Shield build that I've been seeing. We'll figure out the build. I'll probably use like Roxy's build. I was using her Paragon board. We're then going to try the Uber Lilith until we get it down flawless. Once I can do it 3 times in the row on the softcore without dying, then we're going to log into the hardcore. And if I beat it, that means we get to immediately give away a PC. The name of the hardcore we're going to do it on is actually phenomenal for this challenge. It's called Surely Lives. I mean, look at this. Literally, the second I log in, I already got someone DMing me offering to help level up the soft core again. And there's people invested in this free PC. Once we test on the soft core, the hardcore is going to need a bit of work, though. From what I'm seeing, my gear is okay, but not amazing on the hardcore. We need to change the build to the Immortal build. I saw that there's a Blizzard build that might work too, but we're going to probably have to do the Immortal Flame Shield one. It seems like the safest of it, which has a real high cooldown requirement and greater affix requirement. So I'm going to need to run Pit on hardcore, which is going to be scary. We're going to need to, I'm going to have to farm out an Uber Unique and all that. And this is like my solo hardcore character and all that. So I'm going to try not to die while I'm farming these bosses and doing the pit and all that, get all of the gear just right, then go attempt the hardcore Uber Lilith, and we only get 1 shot on it. But the rule is I can't bring in my scroll of escapes. So when I go in, it's either I die and we lose the character that I've put all this effort into, or Uber Lilith dies. It's going to be one or the other. So at a minimum, it'll be entertaining. So today will be a pretty good live stream. There will be a link down below if you want to follow along with this challenge and see. And it's going to be given away to the live viewers. So whenever we manage to beat it, the people that are there on the live stream, you have a 1 in however many viewers there are chance, and probably even greater than that because most people don't actually type in the chat. You have a pretty decent chance of winning one of these PCs. The last one we gave away, it was actually a guy who couldn't afford one, and he was very thankful. So I was glad to see someone that actually could use it got it. Kind of in like random, little bit sadder news, to be honest. I just want to, I'm not trying to like be your parents or anything here, but maybe reach out to your family, say hi to people you haven't in a while. We got some pretty bad family news recently. Sorry to be a downer. So it kind of just made me want to mention that spend time with your family while you can. It's just something I realized recently. So I love you all. I'll see you on the live stream, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Oh, and if you have any suggestions or anything, things that might actually make this happen better, everyone's pulling together to try to figure out how to do this in a one-shot. I'm not exactly like a pro Andy. If this was a challenge for Woolly Joe, it'd be a little different here. But you're dealing with DM, so everyone's trying to figure out the biggest crutches that we can use in order to one-shot it. You can join the Discord if you got any ideas. Join the general chat. All right, Lair.